I keep rewatching the skit. I got to tell you, it's probably one of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits that they've done in a very long time. Nate Bargatze playing George Washington, talking about when they found this new land, what they're going to do, and how they're going to live as free men. And it's really just kind of poking fun at all the bizarre things that we do have in America that you really can't explain. Like you're like, yeah, why do we do it that way?
Why do we spell Jeff two different ways?
Oh, right.
That's cute.
It is good, and I've not really seen his stand-up, but people are raving about it. They're saying it's very solid. I think he's got some Netflix specials, and he's also going to be coming to Hard Rock Live here in South Florida on June 13th and 14th. He's got 3 shows total that he's doing. So, yeah, he might be one to go check out. But as I think about, some of the younger comedians that are out there right now, it's pretty decent. Shane Gillis, I think, is good. I saw him doing a little bit extra stand-up. He amuses me. His Bud Light commercial he had done with
Post Malone?
he had done, that was good too. But I really like the one that he had done where he's in the wrong commercial and the other guy is like at Buffalo Wild Wings. Have you not seen that one?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
He's sitting on a bench, and there's that weird girl beside him, and all of a sudden she's got a snake around her neck, and then the guy with the guitar comes up, and he's got a pocket full of sand. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm in the wrong commercial. And the other weird guy that was supposed to be in that one is at Buffalo Wild Wings, eating chicken wings, drinking beer, and cheering on football.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was. It's a good concept. He's doing a lot of good stuff. And the Matt Rife, I know that he's controversial. Some people love him. Some people hate him for whatever reasons.
He kind of shedded some of his audience. He went edgier and kind of he did some off-color material, I guess.
He did, okay.
And some of the people that did love him,
okay,
they went away. But I don't think he really cares. I think he did that on purpose. I think he didn't want to be known as the heartthrob of comedy.
Oh, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wanted to be known for his art and not his looks.
Well, if he didn't want to be the heartthrob of comedy, he shouldn't have got facial fillers put in to make his jawline look sexy.
Well, he had a massive glow up, right? Because I think I saw a video that was supposed to be him. Like, he didn't even look like the same dude.
The rumors are, and of course, these are rumors, unsubstantiated. Nobody knows for fact that what he put in his face, but he went from having like a normal looking face to all of a sudden having this really strong jawline, and that's a thing.
Yeah, right.
You can have like filler or implants or whatever put back here, and it makes your jaw really look hot.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy.
I've heard that, yeah.
It's a thing.
Right.
A lot of guys are doing that.
Okay. I'll look into that.
If you see a guy with that, like even girls are doing it too.
Oh, really?
Back here, yeah.
So you get
it just
handsome
changes
women?
your whole jaw, where you're just like your bone structure just looks stronger and more defined. And
Okay.
it does look good.
People don't usually like hotness with your comedy. That's kind of always been the thing.
I guess,
Anytime a comedian gets a glow up, like Tom Segura, for example,
Right.
he lost a bunch of weight, he's into fitness, and a lot of his audience is turned on him because he's not like the fat teddy bear guy.
How dare you be healthy and care about yourself?
He talks about,
dare you be
fitness
cute.
now, and they some of his hardcore fans didn't like that.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Cute's not funny.
They don't like when you get a glow up.
No.
In the comedy world, Virginia.
So with a bunch of new stand-ups doing pretty well, can you make an argument at all that the 2020s is the greatest decade for stand-up comedy? I don't think you can yet, especially when you look at what we've had in other decades. Now, I asked ChatGPT to give me the top 5 comedians for each decade, and here's what it gave me. From the 1970s, according to ChatGPT at least, it says the top 5 stand-ups: Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Steve Martin, Robin Williams, Cheech and Chong.
Robin Williams, I can't believe it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Robin Williams.
The 1980s gave you Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld, Sam Kinison, Rodney Dangerfield, and Joan Rivers.
And that's according to ChatGPT.
This is what they said, yeah, when you asked it, what are the top 5 stand-ups of each decade?
Gaia.
The 1990s, it says it's Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, Roseanne Barr, and Jeff Foxworthy. The 2000s, it says Dave Chappelle, Dane Cook, Kevin Hart, Zach Galifianakis, and Gabriel Iglesias.
Zach Galifianakis? I don't know.
And then the 2010s, it says Louis C.K., Bill Burr, John Mulaney, Joe Rogan, and Ali Wong.
Joe Rogan for comedy? Top 5? Get out of here with this.
For the 2010s.
He's got a great podcast, but top 5 comedian? No.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe the 2010s are just... Do you have another one for the 2010s that you would replace Rogan with?
Nikki Glazer?
Could, yeah, because I don't see her on any of these if she's considered 2010s.
Is she 2025?
Well, she's been around for a long time. I mean, we're talking 15 years at least. I mean, she didn't get
Yeah.
her shine until
True.
about 8 years ago. It's always those roasts. Those Comedy Central roasts really do great wonders for people's career.
Okay, so we'll take out Joe Rogan, put in Nikki Glazer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rogan.
Rogan, what?
Look, he does comedy, and he has this whole mothership comedy. I think he's great for comedy. He's basically the new face of making comedy big in certain areas. But as far as his stand-up top 5,
Okay. All right.
are people yelling at me on the screen saying, "Bird, you're so wrong"? For
Probably.
Joe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You listen to a lot of stand-up comedy.
Yes, I do.
So the 2010s would then be Louis C.K., Bill Burr, John Mulaney, Nikki Glazer, and Ali Wong. Okay, so what do you think is the best decade? What is the best decade then if we're talking stand-up comedians that we've had?
I'm going to go 90s, but not with all the people you had mentioned in there.
Okay.
But yes,
Who else would you add in there?
I mean, you have Dana Carvey in there back when he was hitting hard.
Okay.
You put me on the spot.
Of the ones you named, I like the 80s.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, Eddie Murphy was amazing. I grew up on that.
Yeah.
I didn't really love Sam Kinnison's stand-up. Jerry Seinfeld was decent. Rodney Dangerfield was pretty good, and Joan Rivers was good. But, I mean, you're talking Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Robin Williams. That's from the 1970s.
A lot of those classic people they tell you you're supposed to like, but then you watch it and you go, I don't know, maybe before my time.
Yeah, and then the 2000s, Dave Chappelle, Gabriel Iglesias.
I mean, Chappelle is considered one of the greatest.
Chappelle may be the greatest.
I mean, you can make that argument.
you can.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedians that you'd have to throw into the mix. I'm not sure that ChatGPT got it all right
They
because some
did
people are
not.
saying, you forgot Cat Williams. What era would he be?
90s in 2000,
Okay, Andrew Dice Clay,
80s, 90s,
80s. Yeah, Burt Kreischer.
now.
And even people were saying, yeah, don't love him now, but Bill Cosby back in the day was known for his stand-ups.
70s, 80s.
We
Yeah.
can't put him on, though, y'all.
I hear you.
We can't.
We didn't.
We got to make a
I
stand.
mean, D.L. Hughley, an amazing comedian, doesn't get the shine
Good.
he deserves
Yeah.
from the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So if you had to say what era, and it seems like people like the 90s and 2000s the most.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, 48% said that is the best era for stand-up comedy. Then followed by the 70s and 80s. And then the 2010s to now is not getting the most votes, 14%. And is it because you just need a little bit of time to go back and reflect and like the comedians more? Or is stand-up comedy not the best that it has been?
So I've heard some theories on this because there's a lot of hate YouTube channels out there that really go after the comedy scene. And what it seems to be that people don't like about the modern day comedians, and look, the comedy right now is booming. It is at its height as far as making money and really, really kind of being put out there.
I think Netflix has changed the game. You used to always have the HBO specials, but now you have those platforms, and Netflix is paying a lot and doing a lot of stand-up comedy specials.
And a lot of these comedians are doing podcasts. And
Right.
they're kind of burning a lot of their material on their podcast.
Ooh, okay.
And they're rubbing some people the wrong way. And I've just heard that's what's going on with some of the comedy. There's if you're a comedian, you got to get a podcast. And not everyone's good at podcasting. So you may be a great stand-up, and then you tune into the podcast, and you're like, what the heck is this crap? And it rubs people the wrong way.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just a theory that's out there.
All right.
Not my theory.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.